Hello, class. Since you're working on the argumentative essay, the requirements here, remember, I just want to go over this with you quickly. Remember to format your essay this way. Make sure that you put the model that you're using, A, B, C, or D. The example that I gave here is for model A. And if you look here, the models, you can use model A, B, C, or D. Follow one of these models, please. I want to make sure you're following it my way. We're not using AI, etc. Okay, if you don't follow one of these models, I'm going to have to reach out to you because I want you to follow these. And not just for this course, but if you go on to other courses and you have to write argumentative essays, follow this. This is a good way to do it. Okay, so I want to take a look at model A because there's some things that I want you to remember. Where is it? Excuse me. Sorry about that. All right, so obviously the intro and the thesis introduce the main people. So if you're in the 201 course, introduce your thesis, social class, or racism. If you're in my 110 course, you're going to talk about so if you're in the 110 course, you're going to put in who's your pro? Are you choosing Joyce, Palone, or Paul? And then who's the con? Make sure those are there. And some students last semester, since this is a research paper, they put all of their articles that they were going to use as evidence in the intro. The only thing you need to put in the intro is where the characters came from or the people or the content that you're going to talk about. Otherwise, the authors and the other evidence or articles should be in the body paragraphs only as support. So I don't know, I had a few students who listed 7 articles in their authors. No, don't do that. So for this one, maybe I would say in the Mary J. Blige video, give the name. Okay, and then if you're in my 201 course, talk about maybe define race and social class and then go into the topic sentence. Pro argument. So I'm going to treat this as one. Let's say that we're all pro argument and we're going to talk about Joyce. Joyce is our pro. Here, the first reason Joyce is more likely to break her cycle is, and that's all you're going to talk about is Joyce. Do not bring in the con here. This is just about Joyce. A lot of people in the last paper were putting in the the pro and then they were countering it. Don't do that. Pro. Whatever your pro is, give their argument. Pro. So if Joyce is my pro, talk about Joyce's first reason, second reason, third reason. Then when you come here, look, counter argument and refuting. This is where you would bring in the information for the other side. So you would say, uh, opposing views claim that Pelone is able to break his cycle more than Joyce, period. Give your information for Pelone, then refute it with Joyce, close it, and then go to your closing paragraph. However, do not give any information if Joyce is your pro and Pelone is your con. This says pro, has nothing to do with the con. Leave Pelone out of this. If you're talking about social class and race, if race is your pro, race, race, then go into it here. Now, if you want to do counter pro, look at model C. Your thesis statement, counter, and then conclusion. Follow this one instead of using model A. Okay, the last thing I want to say here is, and well, I'll probably ramble anyway. Closing works cited. Okay, here, guys, remember, novels are in italics only. Articles are in quotes. Videos, titles are in quotes. And let me think else. Author, if there are no page numbers, just put the number. So if you're saying Angelou 8, that's fine. Don't put Angelou P period 8. That's not necessary. However, if it's paragraph, Angelou PAR period par 8. Or if you want to use chapter, I'm okay with CHP period. The only thing I want you to know is there's no PG period or P period in a in-text citation for MLA. It doesn't happen. APA may have it. I haven't used APA since I was doing doctoral work, but I'm not sure if it's there or not. So let me think. Okay, do not use we unless you're talking about a defined we. My family and I, we went. Don't use the generic we. If you mean society or people, use society or people. Do not use you. Do not use our. Okay. If you use you on the paper, I'm going to -1. I don't care if you give it 10 times. And if you go to another teacher and you hand in a paper and you use you in it, please don't tell them I was ever your instructor. That's embarrassing to me. Always be formal when you're writing. Okay. And yeah, and oh, the other thing I wanted to say too is in the real world, I'm really conscious about topic sentences. However, you will read materials where they don't have topic sentences. I want you to have topic sentences, especially for my course, so I know that you know the formal way to write. So just remember, this is one way of writing it. Some people will allow you not to have a topic sentence. I can tell you from my master's in English and my some of my doctoral work, I didn't finish my doctoral, but all of my doctoral work, I always had topic sentences and I always got A's. So this is the format I follow. I'm teaching you the way that I would write it, and you can't go wrong. However, again, this is one way. I mean, you can write with an implied thesis. Why would you want to? Why would you not want to have a stated thesis so your readers know what's coming? This is the blueprint, and then they can follow along. Okay, I will take points off. Make sure you do your heading. The model you're going to choose, you must choose A, B, C, or D. If I start grading it and you're not following one of those, you're going to get an email. Please follow one of these. Make sure that you have intro thesis bold, pro argument 1 bold. Remember, use one of these models here. All right. Good luck, everybody. I know you can do it. Thank you.